Hello, I'm Dango Rose. Welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. The Mountaineer brings you the latest news of the Peak to Peak region, in print, online, through our podcast, social media, and special publications. Now, listen in to the latest news of the area with our local journalists. Hello, I'm Dango Rose, and this is the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening.
And I'm Cynthia Davis. In this week's episode, we welcome back local artist and musician Heather Tayler Lande. We'll be discussing the serious business of karaoke and the best place to sing out in Ned.
We hear this week's music mentions from Jamie Lammers and special correspondent Maryann Rosen. We'll share a timely tale about the miracle of Hanukkah, the history of Hanukkah, and some creative ways to celebrate this important holiday.
And for our final story, Jamie interviews Vince Herman. As one of the founding members of Leftover Salmon, Vince is a well-loved musician with strong local roots in the mountains. He'll be back visiting this year to play the Caribou Room December 16th as part of the annual Holiday Extravaganza.
But first, some news from your neighborhood.
This week is the last chance to vote in the Pet of the Year contest. Winners will be announced soon, so go online and check out the furry contenders and help us crown this year's favorite pet.
Good people of the mountains, did you know you can nominate your neighbor for the Holiday Lights contest? Go to themountaineer.com and follow the prompts. Nominations will be featured in next week's edition of the Mountaineer newspaper.
If you're looking for something to do, check out the all-inclusive updated daily, weekly, and monthly community calendar on the Mountaineer website. There you will find a complete list of everything going on across the peak to peak. Don't let the snow keep you homebound. Get out and enjoy everything living in a winter wonderland has to offer.
It's Santa at the Merc this Friday. That's right. Come down and bring the kids to visit Santa Claus's festive holiday merrymaking in Jamestown. Everyone is welcome to stop by the Jamestown Mercantile December 15th for a meet and greet from 7 to 9 p.m.
Read more local news and feature stories in print and online at themountaineer.com.
And that's it for this week's news briefs. If you have something to share, you can send requests for submission to info@themountaineer.com. As long as it meets our community standards, we'll be sure to include it in a future episode. Brightwood Music has been serving the Peak to Peak region and beyond since opening in 2008. The full-service music store offers new and used instruments and will even repair the ones you've got. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook at Brightwood Music. Brightwood Music is the best music store with altitude across the Peak to Peak. Now for our lead story. We hear from local artist and musician, Heather Tayler Lande. She's back on the show to talk about the Netherlands way of karaoke.
Hi, Heather. Let's start by having you introduce yourself.
So I'm Heather Tayler, a Netherlands local, and I run a karaoke night at the Diner Bar in Netherlands on Wednesday night.
So, Heather, we're here to talk about the Wednesday night karaoke at the Diner Bar, but you actually have been hosting karaoke in the area for quite a while now.
It's probably been about 6 years, maybe 7. We've hopped around. We did it at Ned's Cafe when it was still around. Then we did it at the Covered Wagon, and then we did it at Press Play in Boulder. And now we're back up at the Diner Bar on Wednesdays.
And what do you think the general appeal of karaoke is, particularly the way that you host it?
Well, it's definitely an experience, and it's not like most karaoke's that you go to. It's a lot more high energy. They just sign up, and we just do a rotation like that, and we try to get people up as quick as we can, and we have a pretty good flow with that. But, there's a little bit of comedy. I'm hosting, so I talk a bunch on the mic. I tease people. I hit on people. I kind of just give them a different kind of experience when it comes to karaoke and try to do that courage for them, and usually I'll go first so that way they don't have to.
And it's fair to say you have some pretty good talent showing up?
Oh, yeah. So it's shocking how many good singers are in the Boulder County area. I mean, even when we did it at Press Play, the percentage of people who can sing to, people who don't think they can sing, it's pretty high. I mean, even the people that don't sing well, they still have super fun with it. And, but yeah, I think I've watched people over the years, kind of develop their talents and get better and better at singing. And, it's kind of an essential thing in a small town that doesn't have much going on. So I think it's a morale lifter too.
So singing in public has some positive effects.
Oh yeah, 100%. For me, it's helped me be able to sing a little better over the years, especially with my band. But, I feel like people always leave the stage smiling or laughing. We have multiple microphones, so that way, 6 people can get on stage. So groups of friends can just go and have some fun, unwind. And, it's been really positive, a lot of the, input that we get back and the comments and, people are really kind of stoked about it. And, so as long as there's still a drive, we'll keep doing it.
And is there anything special coming up?
Actually next Wednesday, we start at 8. We're doing a theme night. So it's time to break out those ugly sweaters or all those Christmas outfits, because we're going to have a little Christmas shindig. Or a holiday shindig, because, sometimes I'll wear my Hanukkah gear too. So, not to be all like exclusive for just Christmas. It's more of like holiday fun party, kind of unwind before all the chaos.
So ugly sweaters are encouraged?
Ugly sweaters, Christmas onesies, whatever. Netherlands is known for all our costumes and fun, crazy times. So this is kind of just another extension of that costume, crazy, fun time Netherlands that we do.
Thank you, Heather. You heard it here. Be sure and go on out to sing at the Diner Bar every Wednesday night. And this week, holiday attire, however you may interpret that to be, is encouraged.
Take my hand, we can ride away off into tomorrow. Wrap your arms around my waist, leave behind your sorrow. I was made for the road less traveled. You were made to be right here by my side. Lay your head on my shoulder, let go your worried mind. Kick back, enjoy the ride.
Now we go to correspondent Jamie Lammers, who will be delivering this week's Music Mentions.
And now for this week's Music Mentions. Head to Busey Brews, located at 70 East 1st Street in Netherlands on Sunday, December 17th at 2 p.m. to see Brittany Wagner performing live. Head to the Canyon Tavern, located at 32138 Highway 72 in Cool Creek Canyon on Saturday, December 16th at 6 p.m. to see Neil Z performing live. Head to the Diner Bar Ned, located at 121 North Jefferson Street in Netherlands on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. for a Damn Jam, open jam night, on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. for a karaoke night, and on Sundays at 6 p.m. for an open mic night. Also be sure to head there on Friday, December 15th at 9 p.m. to see DJ Max Cruz performing live. Head to Eldora, located at 2861 Eldora Ski Road in Netherlands on Friday, December 15th at 2 p.m. to see Warren G performing live, on Saturday, December 16th at 9 a.m. to see DJ Garrett performing live, on Saturday, December 16th at 1 p.m. to see Derek Dames Old performing live, on Sunday, December 17th at 9 a.m. to see DJ Garrett performing live, and on Sunday, December 17th at 1 p.m. to see Alex Thole of Chain Station performing live. Head to the Gold Gold Hill Inn, located at 401 Main Street in Gold Hill, on Friday, December 15th at 8 p.m. to see New Family Dog with Brittany Wagner performing live, on Saturday, December 16th at 7 p.m. to see Montana Sand performing live, and on Sunday, December 17th at 6:30 p.m. to see Fly in the Ointment performing live. Head to the Gold Hill General Store, located at 531 Main Street in Gold Hill, on Sunday, December 17th at 3 p.m. to see Foggy Top's Bluegrass Band performing live. Head to Howland Wind Brewing, located at 51A Main Street in Rollinsville, on Saturday, December 16th at 6 p.m. to see Joy from Big Richard and Mark from Rapid Grass performing live, and on Sunday, December 17th at 12 p.m. for the Holiday Market. Head to the Jamestown Mercantile, located at 108 Main Street in Jamestown, on Thursday, December 14th at 7 p.m. to see Danny Schaefer performing live. Head to JKQ Barbecue, located at 200 Gregory Street in Blackhawk, on Friday, December 15th at 6 p.m. and on Saturday, December 16th at 5 p.m. to see Dewey performing live. Head to Knotted Root Brewing, located at 250 North Caribou Street in Nederland, on Sundays at 5 p.m. to see Jazz Sundays. Also be sure to head there on Thursday, December 14th at 3 p.m. to see Apres Thursdays with PJ Moon, on Friday, December 15th at 5 p.m. to see Derek Damesole performing live, on Saturday, December 16th at 6 p.m. to see Wumpf performing live, and on Sunday, December 17th at 5 p.m. to see Sunday Jazz with Sabre. Most Sundays at 4 p.m., the Millside Inn hosts an open jam. Be sure to head there at 44365 Highway 72 in Ward to check them out for yourself. Head to the Caribou Room, located at 55 Indian Peaks Drive in Nederland, on Saturday, December 16th to see A Very Hillbilly Caribou Christmas with Vince Herman and friends. Doors open and dinner starts at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. And finally, head to the Very Nice Brewing Company, located at 20 East Lakeview Drive, number 112 in Nederland, on Friday, December 15th at 6 p.m. to see Jay Stott performing live, on Saturday, December 16th at 5 p.m. to see Mountain Reverb performing live, and on Sunday, December 17th at 4 p.m. to see Holiday Music with the Brassaholics. Did we miss you or your performances? Want to submit your music listing in the Peak to Peak area? Do you have updates to your business or to your performances? Please call 303-810-5409 or email info@themountaineer.com to be included in the next print edition or the next podcast of The Mountain Ear.
Thank you, Jamie. Now let's drop in with special correspondent, Maryann Rosen, who shares a timely tale about the miracle of Hanukkah, the history of Hanukkah, and some creative ways to celebrate this important holiday.
Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, is a holiday which honors a 2,000-year-old miracle in which light won out over darkness. The celebration begins at sundown on the 25th day of Kislev, which is the 9th month of the Jewish calendar, and lasts for 8 nights. This year, the date falls on the 7th of December. For a century after Alexander the Great died in 323 BCE, there was a power struggle between the Macedonians and the Greek-Syrian Seleucid kings. The Seleucid kings were victorious and ended up ruling many of Alexander's former territories, including Judea, also known as Israel. This land was located in current-day Israel. The Hellenic influences exerted by the Seleucids were seen in art, architecture, and religion. Local communities, especially in Judea, resisted this control. And for the time being, Antiochus III allowed Jews to have their culture and practice their religion. Things took a turn for the worst when his son, Antiochus IV Epiphanes, came into power in 175 BCE. He tried to force the Judeans to assimilate. The Jewish faith was outlawed, the worship of Greek gods was mandated, and if found, Jewish sacred works and books were destroyed. The Seleucids captured the Second Temple of Jerusalem. The first temple having been completed in 957 BCE under King Solomon and destroyed by the Babylonians in 587 BCE when Jews were deported to Babylon, awakening their hope to come back and reestablish an independent Jewish state. When the Second Temple of Jerusalem was captured, it was defiled by erecting an altar to the Greek god Zeus inside and sacrificing non-kosher pigs upon said altar. Jewish dissidents who revolted were severely punished, crucified, and killed. A Jewish priest, Mattathias, and his sons, horrified by the cruelty and the temple desecration, rose up in rebellion. After Mattathias' death in 166 BCE, his son Judah the Maccabee took his father's place in the fight. Many victories were won over the Seleucids, and in 164 BCE, Judah won back Jerusalem and restored the temple, cleansing and rededicating it. The revolt of the Maccabees, as it came to be known, continued, and the Seleucids were driven from Judea in 160 BCE. This iteration of the independent Jewish kingdom lasted for over a century. Chanukah, which means dedication, commemorates the miracle of light that occurred when Judah rededicated the temple to the Hebrew God. The Seleucids had left one intact vial of oil, only enough to light the temple's candelabrum for one day, but it burned for 8 days, which allowed time for the Judeans to secure more oil. The miracle of Chanukah became the foundation of a holiday to thank God and celebrate the victory of light over darkness. There are a few that believe that at this same time, the Jewish people were also attempting to observe the 7 days of Sukkot after not being able to celebrate for many years. Traditionally a minor religious holiday, Chanukah gained more popularity in the 20th century when many believed it offered an opportunity for Jews to participate in winter celebrations without giving up their religious or cultural identities. For 8 nights, candles are lit in a Chanukiah or menorah, a candelabrum with spaces for 9 candles. 8 of the candle spaces represent each evening of the holiday, while the 9th, placed a little higher and called the shamash, is used to light the other candles. On each successive night, 1 more candle is added right to left and lit left to right. During the kindling, special blessings and prayers are recited. Typically, the menorah is placed in a window, shining light onto the world. Certain songs are also sung, and symbolic of the oil from the miracle, foods fried in oil are eaten. Traditionally, these foods include latkes, or potato pancakes, and sufganiyot, a type of jelly-filled donut. Chocolate coins, or gelts, are given, adding sweetness to the holiday. In some families, gifts are exchanged. The dreidel game is also played. The dreidel is a spinning top, and the game played for gelt, M&Ms, pennies, or whatever a family uses. Each side of the dreidel bears a letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin. These letters represent what the player should do in the game, but they also represent the Hebrew phrase, a great miracle happened there, referring to the miracle of the oil. In Israel, the letter Shin is replaced by Pei to change the phrase to, a great miracle happened here. In current times, this shining of light into the world and the story itself of a strong, resilient people seems more important than ever. So I am adding this quote from an article in 18 Doors written by Sarah Rizzo after the Tree of Life synagogue shooting, but it is apropos today as well. Quote, "This time that we live in is so consistent with the history of the Jewish people and with the story of Chanukah itself. We get pushed back and we shine our light through the hard times. Here's to letting our Chanukah lights shine extra bright this year to show the world around us that we hold on to hope, that we may one day live in a world rid of hate and filled with love and peace." End quote. And so, to all who celebrate, Chanukah Sameach, Happy Chanukah.
Elephant Revival will be putting on a 2-night soiree of music, merrymaking, and fanciful regalia at the Boulder Theater for an upcoming New Year's celebration. On Saturday, December 30th, Zimbira will open the show. On Sunday, December 31st, otherwise known as New Year's Eve, Whiskey Blanket will warm up the stage. And that's not all. The Father Time Drumline will also be making special appearances throughout the night. Come on out and join the Elephant Parade.
This whole world stretched out before us, field to field we'll roam. us back home. I was made for the road less traveled. You were made to be right here by my side. Lay your head on my shoulder. Let go your worried mind. Kick back, enjoy the ride.
That was a piece of Vince Herman's Enjoy the Ride. For our final story, Jamie catches up with Vince about his upcoming show at the Caribou Room, where he'll be leading the much-anticipated A Very Hillbilly Caribou Christmas on Saturday, December 16th.
Hello, my name is Jamie Lammers, and I'm here with another musical guest. Do you mind introducing yourself real quick?
My name is Vince Herman. I play with the Vince Herman Band, High Hawk, Leftover Salmon, and I'm part-time Santa Claus.
And I hear you're playing at the Caribou Room very soon.
Yes, indeed. The annual Christmas show at the Caribou Room is always a great celebration of community and the light coming back to the world.
So how did you get started playing in the first place?
I'm the youngest of 7 kids, and I absorbed all my older siblings' music, and my brother made me a plywood guitar with rubber bands on it, and I would entertain my mother's card club and family events around 3, and that may be the start.
And how did you get started playing gigs in general?
I played in church as a kid, and then would go busking downtown Pittsburgh. Went to college in Morgantown, West Virginia, and started playing a lot of bluegrass and playing in bars. Not with gigs, but just getting them to turn off the stereo and standing up on tables and picking with friends. And I guess some of my first gigs were playing for labor history presentations, singing union songs. I moved to Colorado in 1985 and joined the Left Hand String Band in 1987. Started the Salmon Heads in 1988. Started Leftover Salmon in 1990. Been doing that for all these years.
Who were some of your musical influences?
Doc Watson, David Brownberg, Roland White, those kind of bluegrass guys were big on me. And I listened to a lot of other stuff, from Sax Volt to Motown to British Invasion stuff and all that stuff. But as far as playing goes, it was bluegrass that really captured my ears.
Who are you playing with at the Caribou Room?
It'll be with a lot of people. It's a community music celebration every year. Yeah, we've got Greg Shockett coming. I'll be bringing a couple guys from Nashville with me. My son Silas will be playing, Silas Herman. Colin, my boy Colin, might also be there. Not positive about that, but I'm hoping so. Another occasional Netherlands resident, Andrew Lunsford, and his band, Michael Wooten on drums. It'll be a big community celebration with more and more folks coming in.
Do you ever play solo, or do you primarily play with other bands?
I started my own band, the Vince Herman Band, and we just did 40 dates in 2 months with that band. So that's kind of, quote, my solo band, if that makes any sense. I occasionally will do shows with just myself, but not very often.
What's your favorite part about being able to play in a band?
Getting into a jam session with someone you don't usually play with and hitting the spot that just sends you out to Mars. Those are the times when the music just kind of transcends you, and it's not even like you're playing, but the music is playing you. Those are my favorite things to do.
What's your favorite part about being able to perform live in general?
I just feel really lucky that I've been able to do that for a living for 35 years. It's just amazing me that I've been so lucky to get to have that kind of fun and make a living doing it. Just blows my mind.
And what do you hope that audience members take away from your show when they come and see it, particularly the Christmas show?
I hope they leave with a real sense of community. Like, wow, I like Netherlands, because there's a lot of great people around here. My buddy Bruce Lish will be playing. We've had such great times at this Caribou Christmas thing over the years. It's just really provides a sense of community and people coming together and having a good time. This year it's a hillbilly Christmas theme, which isn't too far from what it usually is, but yeah, we're psyched for that this year.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the Caribou Room show?
Yeah, December 16th at the Caribou Room. It's going to be very Caribou Christmas, hillbilly style, and it'll be a big community of mountain musicians coming together to have a good time, helping people to have a good time, and celebrate each other in a great town called Netherlands.
Thank you so much, Vince, for coming on board and joining us for the podcast. If you want to see a very hillbilly Caribou Christmas with Vince Herman, as well as many other people, including Silas Herman, Dusty Ryder, Connor Hollingsworth, Damian Smith, Greg Shockett, and Ian Corey Kraft. Be sure to check it out at the Caribou Room at 55 Indian Peaks Drive in Nederland on Saturday, December 16th, 2023. Doors and dinner start at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m.
I was made for the road less traveled. You were made to be right here by my side. Lay your head on my shoulder. Let take it all in stride. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Let go your word mine. Kick back, enjoy the ride.
That concludes this week's episode of the Mountain Air Podcast, where everybody's listening.
Visit our website at www.themountaineer.com to read more information about today's guests. Pick up a copy of this week's print edition of The Mountaineer at newsstands all across the Peak to Peak. I'm Dango Rose.
And I'm Cynthia Davis. Thank you for listening.
You name it, we've got it.
You know, up here in the mountains, things are weird.
And that's it for our show. Subscribe online to get more access to more news, weekly updates to our community calendar, and a link to our YouTube channel by visiting themountaineer.com. Be sure to use the coupon code PODCAST when subscribing for a 10% discount, only available to our listeners. If you are in the local Peak to Peak area, be sure to pick up a print edition of The Mountaineer at a local business. I'm Dango Rose. Thank you for listening.